I was shocked when I heard the Raptors were actually going to play today. Then earlier today we hear no Pascal Siakam, no OG Anunoby, no Fred VanVleet, and no option to have Patrick McCaw or Malachi Flynn. However, we're playing the Detroit Pistons, though. A team who hasn't, I think they just got their 10th victory of the year. You know, we should win. I think the Raptors were 6-point favorites. If you like betting, it were 6-point favorites in the game. Did I expect it to be an easy one? No, I did not, especially with all those guys out. Did I expect a 24-point loss? No. 129-105. The Pistons almost dropped 130 on the Toronto Raptors today. I understand. You know, all those guys are out. I get that. But they ain't playing tomorrow against Boston. Do you chalk that up as an automatic loss? Doesn't look very pretty. If that's the case. The Raptors are 2 games over 500 heading into the break. What is this team going to look like post All-Star break? I don't know. Let's break down this game because this was ugly. First quarter, it wasn't bad to start. The Raptors had a fantastic start to the game. They were up 13-3. They were feeling great. But they ended the first quarter on a horrendous run, and they gave up 43 points in the first quarter. They were down 6, 43-37 after 1 quarter of play. In the second quarter, your offense goes dry. You score 23, you give up 26. You guys can do the math. You're down 9 at halftime. Not where you want to be, but you're right there. Raptors come out in the third. They didn't get a 4-0 run to start. You're right back in the game. It's right back down to 5. Then the tides turn again. And a horrendous third quarter for the Toronto Raptors. They only scored 20. Like I said, they went on a 4-0 run to start. Tells you how bad they were the rest of the quarter on the offensive end. They only had 20. They gave up 29. You're down by 18 after 3. And in the fourth, at one point, the Raptors cut to 14, and we're like, oh, maybe? No. No, the Pistons racked that back up. They knocked down a season high in threes, and they scored 31 in the fourth quarter. You drop 25. You do not win a single quarter against the Pistons, and you lose by 24. That was awful. Now, your regular guys played pretty well on the offensive end, at least. You know, Aaron Baines gave you he did a really good job in this game. 13 points, 4 boards, 1 dime shot, 4 of 7. He looked all right today. Norman Powell did everything he could. 36 points, 5 boards, 1 dime, shot 14 of 20, was 5 of 8 from 3. He had a steal in the ballgame. Kyle Lowry, 21 points, 4 boards, 6 assists. Shot 5 of 11, was 3 of 5 from 3, had a steal, and a block. He did fine. Boucher dropped 18 and 8. Matt Thomas gave you 11 off the bench. But that was it. Nobody else gave you anything. Like, at all. It was really ugly. Raptors as a team shot 44% from the field and 33% from 3. A team in the Detroit Pistons, who are not a very good team on both ends of the ball, shot 53% from the field and 49% from 3. And I don't buy the excuse, well, you know, they had a night where they were just shooting well. Because it seems like that's happening a lot against Toronto Raptors right now. That a lot of teams are having their best shooting nights against the Raptors. Tells you something, doesn't it? This team missed Fred, they missed OG, and they missed Pascal tonight. They missed 3 guys. Key guys. But you lost by 24. Like, if they fought and they lost by 5, or they even lost by 10, I'd be like, yeah, I kind of get that. You didn't have your main guys. All right, I understand. 24? And they had the 10-point lead early in the ball game, and it was squandered, and they never found it back after that. Yikes. It's a rough game to watch, guys. There are so many numbers that I could break through right now and say, this went awful, this was terrible, this was terrible. And I have a few written down that I want to get to. But this video will not be very long. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because why do I want to talk about 24-point loss? Why would you guys want to talk about 24-point loss? You just don't. All right, here are the crazy numbers that I wrote down. The Raptors were minus 14 on the glass. That's awful. The Pistons had 40 assists to the Raptors 17. Minus 23 in the assist category. And the points in the paint, minus 20. They were flat out dominated on the glass. They were dominated on the inside. Now, yes, Pascal lives on the inside. But minus 20? You got slaughtered in there. The team royally struggled tonight in every aspect defensively. So many breakdowns. Tons of wide open threes. Hence the 49% from three-point range. And this is the toughest time Raptor fans have seen in quite some time. All the hardcore fans, all the diehard fans, like myself, because I will be here every step of the way from this team being this tough right now to making their way back up at some point in time to be a championship caliber team. I will be here. But right now, in this very moment, yikes. This team is struggling. We don't know the future of Kyle Lowry. We don't even know the future of Norman Powell. He's a player option at the end of the year. The guy dropped 36 tonight. He's averaging stupid numbers. The Raptors already dished out crazy contracts to the 3 guys who didn't play today. Do they have enough money to bring back Powell? I don't know. There are lots of question marks with this Raptor team moving forward. Yes, they're still in a playoff spot right now, but it's only because the East is downright garbage. But you lose 3 in a row or whatever the case may be. The East is crazy. You could drop to 10th just like that. And for the Toronto Raptors, as I mentioned earlier, their next game is tomorrow against the Boston Celtics, 7 o'clock at TD Garden. Yikes! You're still not going to have Pascal. Still no OG. And still no Fred VanVleet, Emeka, and Malachi Flynn. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I think everyone else has the same feeling towards that game tomorrow against the Celtics. This is probably one of the first videos that I've ever done for you guys that I literally am at a loss for words. I wrote down all these stats, but I just ripped through them all. And it's an 8-minute video, and that's what you're going to get. Because I don't know what else to say. They really struggled tonight. You can't fault Lowry. You cannot fault Norman Powell. It was just, and Jack Armstrong put it perfectly in the broadcast. Development is great, and having all this depth is great, but in the end, you need stardom. You need stars, period. And as much as this team has a great depth, and they got a great, the 905 are great, and all this and that, you cannot expect guys like Bembry. Look, I love Bembry. I love what Bembry's done all year long. But you cannot expect him. You cannot expect Paul Watson, even Matt Thomas, all these guys to come in there and get you a W. They're not that type of team. Pascal, Fred, OG. Those are your guys. Fred's an all-star in my books. Pascal is close to an all-star in my books. You don't have those guys. I understand. You're playing the Pistons and you lost by 24. It's just sad, guys. Raptors now 17-18 on the season, and one more game before the All-Star break. What are your guys' thoughts? This video is not really for me. This is about you guys going nuts in the comments and voicing your opinions, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You enjoy the video? Did not enjoy the game if you're a Raptor fan? Smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you not like? Because there's not much to like other than Norman Powell and Kyle Lowry. So what'd you like? If you liked anything else other than those 2 guys, let me know. What'd you not like from this game? Go crazy in the comments, guys. Twitter's down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down in the description. To follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Jay's edition next week, as I'll be talking about the game, the weeks that at hand. Even though Jays lost 4-1 today against the Yankees, some very nice pitching performances from Simeon Woods Richardson and Alek Manoah. So we'll talk about that next week. As for the Leafs, they're beating up on the Oilers yet again. We'll talk very shortly Leafs edition there. And as for the Toronto Raptors, guys, as I mentioned, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. No matter what happens, Raptors Celtics 7 p.m. tip-off there in Boston at TD Garden. Ending the first half of the season. Here we go, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoy the video and not the game. We'll talk to you guys then.